Hey there folks, it's Kevin here in Beijing. Long time no see. It's been a long time since I've made any kind of YouTube content. It's been a long time since I've recorded an episode of the Just Japan podcast. These are things I mean to do, but life has been very busy. And hey, don't you love it when YouTubers always say that? Hey, life's busy, but you know it is. I'm here in Beijing, as you guys know, and I'm actually recording this video from my classroom. It's a weekend right now, it's Saturday evening, but I tried recording a video in my apartment, but there was a few things. Number one, the lighting is terrible, so it just looked really bad, and even to the point where the kind of audio and video was out of sync, which is weird because this is a new MacBook. I'm using MacBook Pro. So here I am in my classroom, and you're saying, hey Kevin, why did you go to your classroom on a Saturday? Well, I actually live on campus. I live in campus housing. Most of the faculty at the school do. We have a large apartment building on campus where we live, so it's like a 5-minute walk if I'm dragging my heels. No, not even that. 3-minute walk if I'm dragging my heels. So here I am. And also, the internet connection is much better inside the school. So although this is not live, I guess that really doesn't make any kind of a difference, does it? This is the first time I'm actually making a video using the internal camera on the MacBook. So what have I been up to? Essentially, I've been up to work and family. And work. Now, not in a bad way. I gotta admit, guys, so for updates, I'm doing well. My family and I are doing well. We're finally getting settled in. We arrived here on the 10th of August of this year from Kobe, Japan. And because of visa stuff, we didn't finally get our big shipment of things. We had 25 boxes shipped over from Japan, and we finally got them just a few weeks ago, near the 1st of November. So first of all, you'll say, why did you have 25 boxes of stuff shipped over? Why don't you just take some suitcases? Well, it's because we came here as a family, not a fresh out of university backpacker traveling the world, experiencing new things, leave everything behind and start new. We don't roll that way. We don't feel that way. We wanted to bring the important things in our life. And I'm working in a job that's, affords me to be able to do that. So we want to be comfortable for the time we're here in Beijing. So we're doing that. We finally got all that stuff. We're kind of settling in. The apartment's looking better and better. Starting to feel more like a home. The kids are getting more used to it. Now, I've been working a lot, but not in the same way I was in Japan. So in Japan, I was working so much because where I worked was very much so a Japanese company. Although there was an international name to it, it was very much so a Japanese company. And the expectations on employees were pretty much the same as Japanese employees, which means long hours, basically no thanks for hard work, often no pats on the back, just kind of when you would work hard or try to do extra things, it was kind of like, okay, now do even more, please. Well, no, there was no please involved, though. So, I was always very tired. And, that's part of the reason why we decided to make the move. It was, a long time in coming, and basically my wife was the one who really pushed me and encouraged me to pull the trigger and look for work elsewhere outside of Japan. Because we knew that there were many opportunities outside of Japan that would lead us to even better opportunities somewhere else in the world, or later on in Japan again. So I've been working hard lately, but not because I have to, because I want to. And finally, for the first time, really in my teaching career, I've been a teacher for a long time, I get the freedom to be the teacher I want to be. And that's what's really amazing. And that's why I have no problem coming to my classroom on a Saturday evening to record something. And I work on the weekends, like all teachers do. And I sniff and snort, like people who have a bit of a cold do. I work because I want to, and I really enjoy what I do. So the reason why I haven't been doing the social media creation stuff is because I've been just so busy, number one, doing work at school. So I recently started a nature club, nature and conservation club at my school. I wasn't asked to do it. I just wanted to do it because instead of only teaching the students I have, once a year for a month or so about, ornithology, entomology, ecology, especially ecology and environmentalism, conservationism, all that stuff, why not teach them all year long? Why not teach kids all year long? And why does it just have to be my class? Why can't it be all classes? So basically I created a club where it's for grades 1 through 5. That's our elementary school. And they can come during their recesses on Wednesday and hang out with me and learn about local flora, fauna, bugs, birds. And most importantly, they can learn how to take action and how they can do something as young children to help the world. Whether it's learning about different types of birds and just educating their friends and family about them, learning about things that are at risk. We made bird feeders this week. We placed bird feeders around the school. It's winter time. It's cold. It's getting a bit trickier for birds to find the food that they need. We're going to learn. We're going to connect with conservationists. So I've already reached out to some local conservation groups here in Beijing, and we've got someone who's volunteered, a very well, essentially like a world-renowned environmentalist or ecologist, bird or ornithologist, who's going to come to our school in the new year and speak to not just to the nature club, but to a broader audience of students and faculty, which is pretty amazing. And I plan on doing some weekend excursions and getting children and their parents to come out to a local park and do some birding with me, connecting the kids with nature, connecting their parents with nature, building something there. And these are the things that I'm doing. That's why you don't see me here on YouTube. And I've got great joy. It's bringing me great joy. Also, as an educator, there's a term that's always thrown around called being a lifelong learner. Right? If you want to be a good teacher, you need to be a lifelong learner. You always need to be learning. The more you know, the more you can share, the better of a teacher you are. So you want to be more knowledgeable. So I'm just studying my brains out these days, guys. What am I studying about? Bugs and birds. Really, mostly insects, but I spend every evening I'm reading about bugs, I'm watching documentaries about them, learning, and then I can take that knowledge and share it with students in the nature club and students in general. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm excited. Updates. We're going to be heading back to Japan next month, December. So I'm going to be spending my Christmas holiday in Japan. I'm very stoked. Kobe and Osaka. I'm really excited. Really miss Japan a lot. The kids miss Japan. Of course, my wife misses Japan. We're really excited to get back. We've got basically every day all kind of booked up for play dates, the kids meeting their old friends and hanging out and just relaxing. It's all just about relaxing. Relaxing back home. Sorry for the snorts and sniffles. So work's good, working. What do we do today? Every Saturday, my son Kai goes up to WAB, it's called, WAB, Western Academy of Beijing, which is a really big international school just on the outskirts of Beijing, for a mother tongue class. So it's a Japanese class taught by a Japanese teacher. So he's Ichinensei in Japan, and it's the second or third term there, second term. So after the summer holiday, Ichinensei students, grade 1 students, start to learn kanji. Up until that point, they've only been studying hiragana and katakana. So we know that he can't be at the same level of kids in Japan, but he does need to be proficient in writing kanji. So he's taking this mother tongue class where he's learning kanji and all that stuff. And then he has a lot of homework throughout the week, Japanese homework, much more Japanese homework than English homework actually. That's Japan versus Western culture, right? But, the kids are getting along famously. Rena has almost made the switch from being a native Japanese speaker to a native English speaker just in the short time. Basically, she's gone from Japanese being her L1 and English being her L2 to a switch. And she's 4. So English is basically her first language now. And pretty soon it will be. As for Kai's English is getting much better, but still definitely his Japanese is his L1, his first language. So, Beijing itself, we kind of live in a bit of a bubble. We live in the kind of diplomatic area downtown. It's called Chaoyang District, and we're surrounded by embassies and stuff like that, and lots of security and stuff. So, we've got, nice shopping malls and lots of import supermarkets and stuff all around where we do our shopping. So it's probably a very different China experience than a lot of people. When you watch like Serpent ZA on YouTube or Laowai76, who are two amazing China video bloggers, my experience is probably quite different than theirs. I still watch their videos. I watch their videos all the time because, they're knowledgeable. They know their stuff about China, which is awesome. They teach me. I need to because I'm in a bubble. But it's a nice bubble. As far as the air goes, we have good days and bad days. Some days it's pretty bad. But, at the end of the day, is it worth it? Yeah, because we're not here long term. We're going to be here for a while. And, of course, our family is Japanese and Canadian, right? So we're going to end up in one of those two countries settling down. So any diversions in between are not permanent. They're just us improving our life situation until we end up at our kind of end goal, right? So I'm doing well. I've had a rough few weeks just because I'm a teacher, and as it works when you're a teacher, you've got report cards, and you got to put those together, and then you got parent-teacher meetings, and we just wrapped those up, and I'm pretty burned out from that, but not in a bad way, just the way I would be if I were in Canada or anywhere else. But I'm also burned out from a very, here's something I can't control. I don't go to bed on time, folks. I keep staying up way too late, just like watching videos on YouTube and stuff. And I think that's a lot to do. And for those of you out there who are parents, you'll understand this, especially when you have young children. And I'm a teacher, so I'm up to my eyeballs. I'm an elementary school teacher, early years elementary school. So I'm up to my eyeballs on little kids all day, which I love. And then I get home and I'm up to my eyeballs in little kids until my little kids go to bed. And they get to bed around, they're out cold about 8:30 at night. And then it's my time to do the things that I want to do. I go for a walk every night for at least 30 minutes to an hour. And then when I get back, I want to relax. I want to watch a documentary, learn some stuff, read some stuff. Not doing a lot of the creative stuff these days. That'll change, I think, in time. But you just want to have that time to yourself. But then I find myself staying up until like midnight, which I know some of you guys are like, oh, that's not early, that's not late at all. But when I gotta wake up at 6 and make breakfast for the kids and get ready for school, yeah, that's not a lot of rest. Especially when you are an elementary school teacher. Your day is chock full of busy. There's not a moment of rest. And now, like in Japan, I worked in a bilingual school, so we had 2 homeroom teachers in a class. Me, like we had an international homeroom teacher and a Japanese homeroom teacher because most of the kids are Japanese. Well, I mean, in my class, I've got 9 nationalities represented. This is not a bilingual school. There's no Chinese teacher in my class or anything like that. There's me, So I'm busy. Not complaining. So I guess that's what's going on with me. My wife is starting to finally get back in the old clothes making again, which is great because my wife is extremely talented, loves making children's clothing. We have both of her big sewing machines shipped over from Japan. Today, right now, actually, she's at home copying patterns and stuff, which is awesome. I'm really excited and happy to see her, getting into her making stuff. The kids are excited. They're happy. I've been getting into some stop motion animation fun with the kids. We got some tripods at home, some iPads, and they've been doing some fun stop motion animation stuff. I'll share some of that at some point on YouTube. I know my son Kai wants me to share it with you guys, so I'll do that. I mean, hey, not Academy Award winning stuff, but he wants me to share it. I'll share it. What else is going on here? That's really about it for me. Is that it for me? Yeah. Remember to check out all my social media links. Find me on Twitter at JLandKev. My professional Twitter is somewhere I've been spending a lot of my time focusing on recently because I've been making a lot of great professional connections. And that's where if you want to see like the day-to-day, like what I do as a teacher, the pictures of students and activities in class and just fun stuff, go to twitter.com/madformaple. Mad for a maple. That's right, I'm a Canadian. Links are all below in the doobly-doo. Of course, go to justjapanstuff.com. That hasn't been a lot of action there in a while, but there will be in time. Yeah, go to facebook.com/justjapanstuff and also facebook.com/justwildlife for my nature stuff. All right, guys. Kevin in Japan. Check all the links below. See you later. By the way, that thing there, you see? Yeah, there. That was a Halloween decoration made by my son. I just left it there. He's not in my class. He just made that, stuck it to my window one day. It's a pink witch, pink and green witch. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this little update on what's going on with me here in Beijing, China. Coming to you from my classroom, Kevin O'Shea. That's right. BusanKevin. Oh, yeah. Kevin in Japan. No, not Japan. In China. All right, guys. Take care. See ya.